All right, everyone. So we will get going. Today is day 13, I believe. Yeah, day 13. So we're on the second to last day of our second week of heart-based practices. We've been doing a bunch of love and kindness meditation. Yesterday we did self-compassion meditation this week, and these practices are specifically designed to cultivate what we might often refer to as our heart. And some might say it's the actual organ, but for me, it's often more of a felt sense of what the heart represents. And I know all of us know what it's like to be connected to that in one way, shape, or form, even if we don't have the words or understanding of like what is that? Like, what does the heart actually mean? What does it mean to cultivate the heart? We have a felt sense of our sense of the heart and what it feels like to be connected to the heart. And so when we're doing these practices, that's the space of our being that we're specifically cultivating. Today we're going to do a practice called Tonglen. And sometimes this practice is referred to as taking and giving. So what this practice is we work with the inhale and we work with the exhale, but on the inhale, we feel as though we're taking in the pain, the suffering of another person, another being, the world. And then as it comes into the body, it sort of transforms, and then we offer something back out that's positive, that's good, that's nourishing, that's healing. And it can feel a little counterintuitive to want to move toward pain and discomfort, to take someone else's pain and discomfort on, especially if you identify more as an empath. It could be like, whoa, I already take on too much pain. So we go easy with this, but there is something powerful about not passively just taking it on, but instead moving toward it, which presupposes that you can be with it, and then exercising some autonomy in relationship to it by saying, I'm going to take this, I'm going to transform it, and then I'm going to give something back. So that's what we're going to practice with today. It's a powerful practice. Go easy. If it feels like too much, you can always open your eyes and then come back when it feels okay. All right. So let's find a comfortable posture. Again, could be sitting, could be standing, could be lying down. If it feels okay to do so, you can let your eyes close. And we'll start by tuning into the sound of the bells, as we've been doing each morning. And I'll ring them, let's do 5 times this morning. And we'll really use the bell as a way to anchor our attention into the present moment. And we're listening to the bell as if it is the most important thing in the world right now. What would it be like to listen with that quality of attention and that quality of heart? Let's take a deep breath together, in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. Inviting the jaw to relax. Let the shoulders be at ease, as well as the hands and the belly. Even though you may be physically here, you may notice that your mind is still someplace else, or still caught in the momentum and the conditioning of leaning into the next moment, having to do something. So just taking a moment to give yourself the permission to be here. Nowhere else you need to go. No life problems you need to fix right now. Trusting that so much of what we need, what others need, what our world needs, starts with this ability to connect into presence, to connect into ourselves. I'll give you a few moments in silence just to feel your body breathing. Whenever the mind wanders, just give it a gentle wave, thank the thought, and then right back to the breath. As you are attuning to your breath, start to become a little more sensitive to the fact that there's an inhale in which you're taking something in from the outside, and then there's an exhale where you're offering something back out. Taking and sending. This becomes the foundation for our Tonglen practice. So I invite you to bring to mind someone, person, or an animal or being but for right now, just an individual that may be suffering, going through something difficult. Sometimes our tendency might be to turn away, numb, distract, or even just quickly try to fix it. Here we're going to practice breathing in this person's pain. You can even visualize it coming into your body as you breathe in. But as it comes in, watch the color and the shape and the texture transform into something good, nourishing, healing, calm. And then on your exhale, sending that back out to that being. Take some time to practice this. And as you breathe it in, see if you can simultaneously feel your capacity and your strength to hold it. And then your power to transform it. And your compassion to send something good back out. Again, you're welcome to visualize color, a shape, a texture of whatever it is you're breathing in. Shape, color, texture of what you're breathing out. And also imagine this being receiving it and watch them start to transform as you gift them your heart. In the last few minutes of this, I'd like for us as a community practicing to do some Tonglen for our world, the people suffering, other beings, the environment, the world at large. There's a lot of good. There's also a lot of pain. And so there's a couple hundred of us all doing this together. And so let's practice and breathing some of that in, taking it in, because we can hold it. We're in this together. So as you breathe in, feel the hundreds of you doing it together around the world, transforming it, and then offering something back out to what our world needs. And as you breathe in, see if you can feel the community breathing with you, all engaged in this together, all having a stake in the reduction of suffering for all beings and our world. And let's all set an intention for how we'd like to show up in this world today. May you all be happy. May you all be safe. May you all be healthy. And may you all find what it is you most need in this life. You can start to reorient yourself. Eventually allow the eyes to open again. Thank you everyone for your practice. So this was Tonglen, taking and receiving. It can be quite a powerful meditation, especially when we start to practice it more consistently. As with a lot of these heart-based practices, we could get caught in the debate around, am I actually doing anything when I breathe in the suffering and offer something back out? And if you find yourself stuck with that, don't give it too much attention. uh, it's not so important to truly understand if that's doing anything, but instead to start to feel what shifts and alchemizes within you. And if more humans could develop the container to stay present to other people's suffering, other beings' suffering, suffering of the planet, we would be much more useful forces in the world. But it's very easy to feel that discomfort and turn away and go back to our normal routine. I know I've certainly been guilty of that. So this isn't about just taking on pain or feeling pain for no reason. It's the recognition that it's the reality of what it means to be human, and to work with it skillfully means to be able to stay present to it. But not even just that, but to see how we hold it, and then we still have the power to offer something back out, to keep our hearts open. Pain and suffering, they can harden the heart for sure, but they could also tenderize the heart, expand it and grow it. And it's all about how we're in relationship to the suffering. I do want to emphasize, we do need to maintain boundaries at times. So people's nervous systems and energetic sensitivities are different. And so if you know you're someone that is already feeling the world and other people's pains to a tremendous degree, and this felt tough for you, there's nothing wrong with you. And it's not like you're not good at the practice. It's just that you're doing the practice most of the time. And so go easy. Having energetic boundaries is important, and feeling like when you're going to stay open to it and when you're going to close down and just feel for yourself and process so much of what you've been feeling. Knowing that is helpful. But Tonglen can be very powerful for empaths, people that already feel a lot of pain, because you're actually taking the reins. You're actually regaining some autonomy and some control, not just letting the world in, but you're taking it in. Give it to me. I want it. I can hold it. And then you offer something. So that's very different than like a passive resignation to it all and just feeling like the world, you're just overwhelmed with suffering. So I hope that makes some sense. Yeah, so thanks everyone. Just before we go, a quick note about Instagram. You all are Instagram. For some reason, they're not letting the replay play for 24 hours. So you still listen live on Instagram, but if you want to follow if you want to watch the replay, you jump over here to Facebook, or you could just watch it on YouTube. It'll be up there soon. So just wanted to give you that heads up. I'll try to put it on IGTV, but there's been some mess with that. All right, so tomorrow will be our last day of heart-based practices. Again, if you want to follow along with the podcast, it's Practicing Human. And if you want to really dive deep into these teachings, I do have an online retreat coming up June 5th through 7th. We have about 15-20 spots left in that. So you can learn all about that at corymuscara.com/retreat. I would love to have you there. And if finances are a barrier, just send an email. And we have some scholarships available, partial scholarships. Would love to have you at the retreat. That's a real deep dive. And we get to see each other instead of it being a one-way street. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you for your practice, your Tonglen practice. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.